Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Coaster Queens. We are back, Mister, and me, Mister. No, I'm not a Mister. I'm just Johnny.
You're Mr. Johnny. It's okay.
Mr. Johnny, yeah. But we're back after a hot minute. It's
Uh,
been a minute.
yes, it's been a few minutes.
I know. But you know what? Life gets in the way, and we live in the fantasy land of COVID, so,
Yes,
you know.
school and work and all this
Yeah,
family drama and all this fun stuff is just unfortunately put Planet Coaster on the back burner.
I know. But I hope everyone's well,
Yes.
and, still kicking. And doing okay. But anyways, today we're in Adventure Kingdom, which is another one of Mister's lovely babies.
One of my many,
His
many
park baby.
unfinished projects that has seen multiple versions. I think this is version 4 or 5 at this point.
Yeah. You have your various muses, and this is one of them.
Yes, this is one that I just do over and over again because as we can already tell, it is definitely inspired by Disney's Animal Kingdom, which is probably most definitely my favorite park, theme park, amusement park. Just if they're like, you can go to one park in the world, where would you go? And it would be Animal Kingdom. So
Yeah, it's funny because like when you go there as a kid, you're like, this park's boring. But then you go again as an adult, you're like, oh my god, everything's amazing.
yeah, I just love because it's so, I don't know, like it doesn't feel like a theme park when you're walking
Right.
around and like, I don't know, I love it. So, and it always surprised me how little I ever see these styles of parks done in Planet Coaster. I mean, of course, I can see
That's
why,
true.
like, as we go through this, I'll explain everything that I've had to go through to get it to look a certain way. I'm like, okay, now I know why people don't do this.
Correct.
But
Because in Mesa, I tried to do a little Aztec jungle area, and I'm like, I hate everything. I want to burn it down,
mm,
like 5 minutes into it. So,
yeah,
it snaps to you.
yeah. So this has taken lots of patience.
Clearly, Karens have been here. There's animal print.
Yes. Those are just placeholders. One day, when I always say one day, and I know that day will never come. So those are permanent. Never mind. I was gonna do like fancy billboards that have like the ticket prices and all that stuff like that, but who knows when I
Yeah,
can
no,
be
it's
bothered to
permanent.
do that. So it's code. Zebra is one price, tiger's another price, and you should
Correct.
know which those prices are. Look it up online.
Yes.
Who buys tickets at the
Yes.
park anymore anyway? But
But actually, they're actually those things you put your phone up to, like the barcodes, and they scan it, and then it tells you the price.
yes,
Just disguised as animal print.
this is guest services. I stole some.
Love
I
it.
do not own Planet Zoo, but I do love the music, so
Yes.
I have some Planet Zoo music going on here.
The music is lovely, I will admit.
This is just kind of the entrance area. Of course, again, very, very heavily inspired.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I just got weird deja vu going through that. Seriously, like, I was in Animal Kingdom, I want to say, it's been almost 2 years.
Oh, it's me too. I
Yeah.
was in there like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
A little impromptu trip. We did it was like a last minute. It's actually one of the reasons we were able to do it. So we got like a last minute airfare hotel deal. We booked it I think 3 days before we left.
Nice.
Yeah. This is some more guest relations.
And Atiam, lovely.
Yeah.
It's nice and open, for the people who have to stop there and stand there for 10 minutes looking at their park maps and still not comprehending anything they're seeing on the page.
Yes, of course. Always.
Oh, this is the train station, isn't it?
This is yes. So there's a train that I wanted to, kind of set apart, and I just love.
Yeah.
It's just fabulous. I love it. And so I put a little open air market.
Love it. Ooh, I love the nets holding up the, just holding stuff back.
A barrel.
Barrels and such.
Yeah.
Supplies.
Yeah. Trying.
Got your fruit. Lots of
Yeah.
water bottles.
Fruit sodas, fruit snacks, all the essentials. All the essentials. And then we
Yeah.
got stroller rentals. Because, gotta cart the little crotch goblins around somehow.
I remember when you showed this to me when you were doing it. You're like, I hate everything, but I was like, no, 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 keep going. It looks lovely, and now look at it.
Yes, it's definitely like there's a whole part of it that, like the process where it just isn't quite coming together yet as you envisioned it, and you have to kind of push through that. But
Yeah,
I'm doing lots of details on this. Like you can see, like the wiring with the lighting
love it.
that I'm trying to like keep this super like hyper realistic. We'll see how long my
Which is,
computer
Animal
can.
Kingdom on the whole.
Yes, which we'll see how long my computer can withstand it. But
Yeah, true.
and I also have. I love this little too, like this little area that I did.
Ooh.
Little employee
Now, how
entrance.
do you get up to the train?
The train is you take
Yeah.
the this way. It's nice.
You've always done amazing lush tropicalness.
Ooh,
Tropical realness.
thank you.
Category is.
I pretty much just spent like tons of time on Google Earth in Animal Kingdom, kind of looking at how they did it. And like I said, I've done this
Oh.
so many different times
That's
that
neat.
it finally, I guess, stuck.
Yeah.
So here's the train station.
Oh. See, I'm so bad. I never play with terraforming.
There's a reason I rarely do as well, because I did it with this, and it is a pain in the behind.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have necessarily noticed it. I mean, you notice it when you've come up to the upper level on the other side, but...
Yeah, it's like, and then doing these fences, and
Yeah, but it paid off.
it is a pain for sure. I don't know if it's worth it, but
Oh, please.
because I think each side of this probably took me like 2 days to like get through, and like several rage quits.
As one does.
Yes. Like, are you really
So-
playing Planet Coaster if you don't rage quit? Like,
That's true. That's very true.
so yeah,
The
that's
rage is real.
kind of the little entrance area, and then
Yeah. Can't you see the weenie from the bridge? Yes, you can.
yes. So I like debated so many different times. Like, I'm like, oh, I want to do something different. Like, I don't want to just duplicate Animal Kingdom and do the tree. Like, that's so
Yeah.
done. But then I was like, you know what? I want to do a tree, so I'm going to do a tree. Like, I'm not going to try to like do something different because I don't want to quote unquote copy. This is my take on Animal Kingdom, so I'm going to do what I'm going to do. The bridge.
Ooh!
I got my
it's
little
gorgeous.
Cheetah Hunt inspired coaster
Yeah,
here.
but it does something much better than Cheetah Hunt ever did.
It has
It does.
what is that, like a flying snake dive? Is that what it's called?
I think so.
Kind of, yeah. Anyway,
I love it.
that took,
I love how it's like. I love how right there in the sunlight, it's like sun washed. So you can't even tell what colors it is.
yes. I like trying to make
I mean,
it
if you zoom in.
look kind of like not super stand out, kind of like blend in, but still kind of
Yeah.
stand out. It's tricky. But yeah, so we have these little carts that I made.
I love those cards.
Yeah.
And that's something that's kind of such an afterthought, but once you add it in, it adds to the realism so much.
It really does. And so then we
Oh,
have,
great use of color on the buildings too.
again, a lot of this part is definitely drawn from Animal Kingdom, as you can see. But I was just like, they just did such a good job that,
Yeah.
and I just love the vibe so much that I have to kind of copy it. And then this is the new thing that I've been doing that, like, I started in studios that I feel like adds, is instead of doing interiors, I just do like
It adds the
display
depth.
windows because it gives the illusion that there's something inside,
Yeah.
like enough of an illusion.
But we don't have time for full-on interiors.
No,
Ooh, love that.
it's actually a clock.
Oh, and it works. Oh, how schmancy.
Some just sunken in pieces. I spend way too much
Yeah.
time doing stuff like that. And then let's go this way because there's not quite as much this way. So this way first. So this is
I
more
forget that architectural style's name.
um,
British
same.
colonization of a tropical land.
Yes, this is very. I got some inspiration from like Jungle Cruise, Ventureland vibes. I guess we should look at the waterfall.
I can see all the selfies being taken there.
I know, right? Selfie! Selfie! Oh my gosh! And I even got on these little trees, like you know how on the baby trees they have the little ropes.
I know, I love it. With the ropes holding them up.
They're like, stand up straight.
I love it.
And then this has a little trail, which I haven't finished yet, but
Yeah.
that's one of the things I love about Animal Kingdom is they have all these like little.
These hidden little trails, yeah.
And then one of the things I love doing is sound design and playing with the different sounds. You can kind of hear the birds a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, that's so tranquil.
Yeah. Love it.
Trading company. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that would be like your multi-room.
Yeah, like the big.
Dimensional
This is
shop,
the Emporium, and
Love
then these
that.
little kiosks that you know parks have, little pop-ups. Love those. And then we got the baños. Got to have the
El
baños.
baños. La baños. El baños. Las baños. I don't know. Ooh. Is that a beetle? I love that. It looks like a beetle.
Yeah, I think in all of my projects, like the adventure pack is by far my most
Oh,
used.
of course. I think that was the most cohesive pack they did.
Yeah, and then we got flamingos over here.
Ooh, I like the flamingo. It's funny that a friend of mine, she's from Florida, and in my mind, flamingos just run everywhere in Florida like geese do, but in reality they don't.
Oh, that's sad.
So it's very disappointing to learn that flamingos just don't roam the streets.
Ugh, not like alligators.
Correct.
So we
I
have,
mean, I'd much rather run into a flamingo than an alligator.
right? So that's all I really have for that side. Then we have this side. Then we have like the little clothing store. And then another little smaller store.
Ooh, jungle shade. That's not great. Some great colors too.
Yeah, this one is pretty. I think this one's actually a pretty close just rip from Animal Kingdom. Because I am terrible when it comes to using color. So I have to like pull inspiration from other places because I'm just like terrible at it. And then I think this is one of my proudest areas in this park actually. Is this eatery.
It's nice and open too. Yeah.
And oh my gosh, my cat.
Ooh, I love that.
It's gonna be like the little employee area. Oh my gosh, my cat
Meow.
is howling. And then we have the.
Oh, I love that.
Oh my gosh, hitting an autosave moment here. I think I opened the park up like once, like a long time ago, and the people don't wander far to sit down to eat, so I think they use like the first two tables, and like that's it. But then there's like
I've noticed peeps don't really have a lot of draw to any of the tables.
And then I did all the.
Like, it'd be nice if they filled it. If they like, would they have something in their hand, they want to sit down and eat it like most humans do.
Yeah.
Oh, that pond is amazing.
That was a pain in the behind.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because it's glass pieces, and then the lily pads and the like foliage is strategically placed to hide the seams because the glass has to have seams that just
Of
you
course
can't.
it does. ruins, and they're not really standardized.
No. It's kind of like
Ooh.
grr. And then this was the latest
Ooh.
work that I've
Yeah.
done. Doing, of course, this little area here, which I am very, very proud of.
Where's the bar? Is that on the other side of the
Oh, the
entry area?
bar? That I haven't
Yeah.
put that in here yet.
Oh, I thought it was. Oh, did you do it in a separate map?
Yeah. Well, I have it. It's like
Ah.
saved as a blueprint right now. I can show you actually the
Gotcha.
little.
Yeah.
But yeah,
God, those are such great vantage points.
I am. That's because I spend all my time in TegidCam. Like I pretty much
Yeah.
design my parks in TegidCam. That's why I never accomplish anything either, because I just sit around.
That's not important.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So this,
Ooh, love that.
yeah, getting this going for like that overgrown,
Uh-huh.
going into like South America is where this is going to
Yeah.
be. So I took some of the previous version. I had South America kind of at the entrance area, like that main plaza, and then I had the Rapids ride as Angel Falls as kind of like the weenie, but I moved it, and I'm gonna do the Angel Falls kind of like how Expedition Everest is like the weenie across the lake.
Right.
So I'm gonna do that as do the Rapids and do that as that. So that's the plan with that if I ever accomplish
Ooh.
that. But
Right.
um,
Love it.
and then this is
Mother
the
of Water? Ooh.
yeah.
Mother
So
of
it's like
Dragons.
this. I was like looking up like mythical creatures in South America,
Mm-hmm.
and there's like this huge snake that is like the it's like the that translates to like Mother of Water, something like that.
Oh, love it.
Yeah. So I wish the snake, like the stone snake head, wasn't so freaking huge. Otherwise,
That's
I'd
true. It's massive.
use it, but it's pretty ginormous, you know. So, but yeah, that's what I've been working on. And then, I mean, you can obviously, I have like little stuff floating everywhere.
Of course, as everyone does.
But
We
I
love a
love
truck.
this little food truck. Let me bring this over here so you can see.
Oh, it's a food truck.
Yeah, so there's actually, I think a vending machine stuck in here somewhere. So people actually go up to it.
Yeah.
I'm pulling a Johnny here and getting stuck up on everything.
Sounds like me. I'm
That's
happy to
okay.
drive there.
We'll do like a nice little overview looking of stuff.
A little aerial tour.
Y'all.
Look at you. You even did backstage.
Yes. I love the look of like when I'm looking around. Since I spent so much time
Oh, me
looking
too.
around, I'm like I love the
Yeah.
details of like I did this one too.
Oh, yeah, you even did it there. I love it.
But yeah, so I have a little food truck
Uh-huh.
that is functional, and then the bar is over here.
I thought that looked familiar.
Do, 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 do.
That's not a bar, sir. That's coffee.
Well, it's because there's a sign, I think, somewhere. Or, yeah, I don't know. I guess it is Street Fox. They don't have alcohol in this game.
Oh, if only.
Yes. So, it's still definitely working on it, but
Alright.
I've decided in all my parks, hubby's going to have a bar.
That's right.
So, it'll be Jason's bar. Because
Yeah,
he passed
I
the
tried
bar.
to make I try to make my bar, which is just, themed to my dogs.
Mhm.
Apparently my hubby is not important enough for a bar. Just kidding, love you.
Well, I did want to do like a tribute to him, but then also, you know me, like I love a good pun, and
That's
so
true.
having my husband who has passed the bar have a bar.
This is true.
So the lighting is
It makes
still very much a work in progress. I need to kind of go back. I realized after it was actually my last trip to Disneyland about I think a year ago, how dark parks actually are at night.
I noticed that too last time I went to, I think Epcot I noticed it the most.
It was like you would think they'd have it super lit so everybody could see like where they're going and stuff, but actually I'm like it's pretty dark. Like, there were some areas where I'm like, is there any lighting?
I can't see. But no, I mean, for lighting, you haven't, gone into quote unquote advanced mode. I think it looks great.
Thanks.
See, in that, like, I don't think in real life, I don't think it'd be any more lit than that, unless otherwise obnoxious.
Oh yeah, I think this is actually still a little too lit. I think I need to play around with the like using different lights hidden, like turning off the lights that you see and using, like, that's kind of what you have to do, is like use lights that, like, okay, you're not going to see this light, but that's what's going to be giving off the light that this light would actually be giving off. So, I'd get a little better, like, out here. Like, this is more...
with the moonlight. Look at that.
I know. It's a full moon. Good thing the park's not open. The crazies are out. The Karens are loose.
Uh-oh. Watch out for Karen. She'll get you.
She will. Well, not you. She'll get your manager, but...
Yes, true. She'll come after you via the manager.
Yes. So yeah, that's what I have so far of this, which isn't much considering how long I've been working on this, but...
Right, but I mean, hey, do I have anything to really show? No, so you know what, hats off to you.
Well, that's one of the joys of having so many different projects, is that when you get bored of one, you just hop over to the other one.
This is true. Like, I wanted to restart one of my old projects, but I just can't. I'm intimidated by a blank map.
It is hard to start.
And then, like, lately, where I've just been in training and I've been at work, and it's just, I don't like playing Planet Coaster on my laptop. So
it's a little it's tricky to play on a laptop.
I have to be home. Let me be home.
I know. First world problems.
Correct. Anyways, but yes, hopefully, within the next few weeks, we'll have more things.
Yeah.
Hopefully we, get to clickety-clacking on our computers again.
Yes, we'll see. Hopefully. School looks like it's, now that we're settling into kind of, I guess, like the new normal.
Yeah,
school has calmed down a little bit. There was a hectic because we didn't have, like, anything because our professor doesn't quite know what she's doing. So we had this point where we didn't have any school for, like, a month. And so then when we decided to go, when she decided, like, okay, crap, like, we need to really, like, buckle down and get back to it, it was, like, catch-up mode. So we had, like, 2 huge exams a week apart on 2 completely different topics, and it's like, trying to understand the whole cardiac system, like cardiovascular system, in 2 weeks is not enough time.
I would imagine not.
I'm like, this is why it's a specialty.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
But yeah.
But essentially, we are not dead. We are still here.
We are just dealing with life.
I know. I'm sure everyone understands because, I mean, the world's a different place at the moment, so.
Yes. So hopefully,
but we will keep our community strong.
Yes, hopefully. We are strong. I don't know. I've been playing a few other games here and there, but
me too. I found some new ones. I'm like, ooh, what's this? But nothing will take my love from Planet Coaster.
No, it's the X that you always go back to.
Yes. Yeah. And then you create beautiful magic, and then you get tired of it, and then you dump it again.
Yep.
Is that not the story? Come on now.
That's basically the story, yeah. It's just like oh my gosh, this is amazing. I love it so much. Oh my god. I spend too much time on this.
It's horrible. Why did I go back to it?
Why did I go back to this? I know I'm going to get frustrated. Why do I do this? And you leave. And then like a month later, you're like, oh my gosh, why did I ever leave you?
Oh my god. It's sad because it's true.
It is.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully, as we said, we'll get into some more stuff later. But as of now, thank you so much for watching our Planet Coaster Queens series. As always, like and subscribe if you like said content. But as for me, Mr. Johnny, Have a lovely day. Have a whatever. Have the day you have. Yeah.
Stay classy.
Bye.